1. Which of the following is the primary purpose of the Canadian Firearms Safety Course, CFSC? A. To teach safe storage, handling, and transportation of firearms. B. To certify individuals for restricted firearm ownership only. C. To train students in advanced marksmanship techniques. D. To prepare individuals for competitive shooting events. 2. According to CFSC standards, what is the first step when picking up any firearm? A. Remove the magazine. B. Check that the firearm is unloaded and safe. C. Keep your finger on the trigger. D. Aim it in a safe direction. 3. When transporting non-restricted firearms in Canada, which of the following is required? A. They must be unloaded and securely locked. E. They may be loaded if stored in a case. C. They must be carried openly in a vehicle. D. They can be transported with ammunition in the chamber. 4. What does the ACTS acronym stand for in the CFSC? A. Assume, control, trigger, store. B. Always clear the safety. C. Assume every firearm is loaded, control the muzzle, trigger finger off, see that it's safe. D. Always carry the shotgun. 5. In CFSC, what is one of the key rules when crossing an obstacle while carrying a firearm? A. Keep the firearm pointed upward. B. Always keep a round chambered. C. Unload and place the firearm safely before crossing. D. Hand the loaded firearm to a companion. 6. Which statement correctly defines a non-restricted firearm in Canada? A. Any handgun with a barrel length of 105 millimeters or less. B. Most ordinary rifles and shotguns that meet legal specifications. C. Fully automatic firearms. D. Antique firearms manufactured before 1898. 7. What is the recommended way to confirm that a firearms chamber is clear? A. Remove the magazine and shake the firearm. B. Point the firearm downward and pull the trigger. C. Open the action and visually and physically inspect the chamber. D. Insert a snap cap and check for movement. 8. Under CFSC guidance, when should a firearm be loaded? A. As soon as you leave your vehicle. B. Only when you are in a safe shooting area and ready to fire. C. Immediately after cleaning. D. When storing the firearm for later use. 9. Which of the following is an example of safe ammunition storage under CFSC recommendations? A. Keeping ammunition in the firearm for quick access. B. Storing ammunition separately from firearms in a cool, dry place. C. Leaving ammunition loose in your pocket. D. Keeping ammunition with the firearm in an unlocked cabinet. 10. Why is it important to identify your target and what lies beyond before firing? A. To conserve ammunition. E. To avoid damaging your firearm. C. To ensure you do not accidentally harm people, animals, or property. D. To improve shooting accuracy. 11. What is one of the major safety concerns when using rimfire ammunition? A. Rimfire ammunition cannot be reloaded safely. B. Rimfire cartridges may discharge if struck on the rim. C. Rimfire ammunition must always be stored vertically. D. Rimfire ammunition is illegal for hunting. 12. According to CFSC, which of the following is a safe firearm storage practice? A. Keeping firearms loaded in a locked cabinet. E. Using trigger locks or cable locks on unloaded firearms. C. Storing ammunition inside the same firearm. D. Placing firearms under a bed for quick access. 13. Which type of action requires the shooter to manually eject the cartridge and load a new one for every shot? A. Pump action. B. Lever action. C. Bolt action. D. Semi-automatic. 14. What is the main function of the safety mechanism on a firearm? A. To unload the chamber automatically. B. To prevent the firearm from firing unintentionally. C. To clean the trigger assembly. D. To release the firing pin. 15. If you drop a firearm while hunting, what should you do before continuing? A. Pick it up and continue hunting. B. Inspect the firearm to ensure the barrel is clear of obstructions. C. Wipe it off and resume firing. D. Shake it to dislodge dirt. 16. Which of the following is not a primary responsibility of a firearm owner under CFSC? A. To ensure safe handling of firearms. B. To maintain proper licensing and registration where applicable. C. To lend firearms to unlicensed friends. D. To store firearms safely and securely. 17. When shooting on a range, what is a common command, meaning all shooters must stop firing immediately? A. Hold. B. Fire at will. C. Range clear. D. Cease fire. 18. Which of these best describes a hang fire? A. A firearm that has been improperly stored. B. A delay between pulling the trigger and the cartridge firing. C. A type of ammunition designed for long distances. D. A malfunction that jams the firearm action. 19. According to CFSC, what is the safest way to pass a firearm to another person? A. Hand it over, loaded with the safety engaged. B. Place it on a table and let them pick it up. C. Open the action, confirm it's safe, and pass with the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. D. Point it skyward and hand it over. 20. When cleaning a firearm, which step should always come first? A. Disassemble the trigger assembly. B. Ensure the firearm is unloaded. C. Apply lubricant to the barrel. D. Remove the stock. 21. Why is it unsafe to shoot at water or flat, hard surfaces? A. They may damage your firearm. B. Bullets can ricochet unpredictably. C. They will not stop the bullet's travel. D. They decrease accuracy. 22. In CFSC terminology, what is meant by muzzle control? A. Keeping the barrel free of debris. B. Ensuring the barrel is always pointed in a safe direction. C. Cleaning the barrel after each use. D. Holding the firearm tightly against the shoulder. 23. Which firearm component houses the firing pin and bolt assembly? A. Barrel. B. Trigger guard. C. Receiver. D. Magazine. 24. What is the primary reason for wearing eye and ear protection when shooting? A. To comply with federal law. B. To prevent distraction from noise. C. To protect against flying debris and loud sound damage. D. To improve shooting precision. 25. Which of these is considered an appropriate backstop for target shooting? A. A large rock. B. A thick earthen berm. C. A body of water. D. A thin wooden fence. 26. What is the maximum legal magazine capacity for most semi-automatic rifles in Canada, unless exempt? A. 5 rounds. B. 10 rounds. C. 15 rounds. D. 30 rounds. 27. Under CFSC, what is the recommended action if a cartridge fails to fire when the trigger is pulled? A. Immediately open the action and eject the round. B. Keep the firearm pointed in a safe direction for several seconds before unloading. C. Tap the stock to dislodge the round. D. Pull the trigger again immediately. 28. Which type of sight uses a front post and a rear notch for alignment? A. Peep sight. B. Open sight. C. Optical scope. D. Red dot. 29. What is one advantage of a pump-action shotgun according to the CFSC? A. It is the most accurate firearm type. B. It is simple to operate and reliable for quick follow-up shots. C. It requires no user effort to chamber rounds. D. It can fire fully automatically. 30. Which of these is considered an unsafe practice when storing a firearm? A. Locking the firearm in a cabinet. B. Keeping the firearm unloaded. C. Leaving the firearm leaning against a wall, loaded. D. Using a secure trigger lock. 31. Which of the following firearms is classified as restricted in Canada? A. A break-action hunting shotgun. B. A revolver with a barrel shorter than 105 millimeters. C. A bolt-action hunting rifle. D. A pump-action 12-gauge shotgun. 32. Why is regular cleaning and maintenance of firearms emphasized in the CFSC? A. To improve the appearance of the firearm only. B. To ensure proper functioning and reduce risk of accidents. C. To keep resale value high. D. To comply with municipal bylaws. 33. Which of these is a correct storage method for a firearm in a household with children? A. Unloaded, locked in a cabinet, ammunition stored separately. B. Loaded, with ammunition in the chamber for defense. C. On display in a rack without locking mechanisms. D. Hidden under furniture. 34. What is the main reason a shooter should wear blaze orange clothing when hunting? A. To blend in with surroundings. B. To keep warm. C. To remain visible to other hunters and increase safety. D. To comply with federal tax rules.